Hello there, I'm Chef Johnny. This is Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Appreciate you stopping by. Today, we are cooking up a pork butt, and I tell you what, folks, we're going to do this pork butt hot and fast. Now, I've never done a hot and fast pork butt before. I've had the opportunity to do some hot and fast briskets. They came out exceptional. First one I did was up with Troy, up at T-Roy Cooks, and he was using Harry Sue's method of doing that, where we went 400 for 2 hours, and then 275 for another 3 hours. We're going to do something similar to that today, but we're going to do it with a pork butt. We're going to be using Harry Sue's all-purpose rub, coming back on top of it with some more pig. So we got some great ingredients. It's going to be a great pork butt, so stick around. Let me show you how to get that done. Got a nice pork butt here, about an 8.5 pounder. It'll cook up real good. This is my birthday. How about that? So this is going to be dinner tonight. We got some friends coming over this evening. Going to hang out at the pool, and we're going to have some pulled pork sandwiches. Get this out of the package. Pork butt does not come off the pork's butt, if any of y'all are interested. It's actually off the shoulder, the upper part of the pig shoulder. And I don't do a whole lot to my pork butts. Some of y'all may have seen us, my son and I, doing pork butts. I've got him on a video with me getting some ready. My chops, power injector. We've got that video up there, and then we also just have a pork video up. But I'm just going to kind of pat this dry. You can look in there, especially doing hot. You can grab some of this real loose stuff here and trim it off if you want to, because they're not going to cook up real well anyways. But I'm just not going to worry a whole lot about it. And I just have a plain yellow mustard binder. And it does not take a whole lot. Put a little bit there, a little bit on the sides. That's going to be plenty, because you just want a thin coat, don't want a whole lot. Let's see if we can rub this one down. That looks pretty good. Now, sometimes I'll hatch mark this, do some different things with it so the seasoning will get down to the meat. I'm not going to do that today. Since we're going to be at 400 degrees in that UDS, I am going to leave this on, and that's going to help protect the bottom of that. And we're going to spin this thing every 15 minutes for the first 2 hours. I'm really not going to worry about seasoning this either. This is a big piece of meat, so you can get quite a bit of seasoning on it. Some of y'all may have seen some of my rib videos lately. I've really been using this combination of Harry Sue's all-purpose and war pig. So it works good on a lot of different things, but it's been doing tremendous on pork. I'll put a link maybe for my competition rib video so y'all can see that. I've been in 2 cook-offs with it, and it won them both, so that's a pretty good deal. Kind of tells you that it's a nice flavor combination. And one thing interesting too is, y'all may not know it, if you're here in Texas, HEB is now carrying war pig. So y'all can get war pig at your local HEB. Got a good coating of Harry Sue's. Let's come back with some war pig now. Do all my edges. In doing this real hot like this, I would be careful of sugar. That sugar might burn on you. You don't want a real sugary rub. There we have it. Harry Sue's all-purpose war pig on the top of that. This is ready to go. We're going to get that pit up to about 400 degrees. Cooking it on the Ugly Drum smoker today. So I'm going to sit this back in the refrigerator, let it sit, let it start sweating up some. When that drum hits 400 degrees, close to it, we're going to get it on there, show you how we do this hot and fast pork butt. Pork butt's ready to get on. Pit's just a little bit over 400 degrees. So I'm going to take it off. Put it in. I got 12, 3, 6, and 9. Get a lot of smoke out. That pit's hot. I'm going to get the lid on it before it flares up on me. Get it that hot, you can't have a flare up, so be careful. So again, fat sides down. Every 15 minutes, we're going to rotate it 45 degrees. So we're going to go 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. We'll do that for 2 hours. Check some temperature, look at it, see if I get a color I like. If I get a color I like before that, we'll go ahead and wrap her up and put her on there. But we're shooting for that 1.5 to 2 hours at this 400 degrees. So keep a close eye, and I'm going to tell you this. don't wander off. When you're doing a hot and fast, those windows that you have for wrapping and those windows you have for done have shrunk down tremendously. So monitor that pit, watch it. I'm gonna set my timer every 15 minutes. We're gonna do a rotation. Get back with you in just a second. Now we're waiting for our first spin. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You gotta have something to pick it up with. It's gonna be hot. That pit's gonna be hot. Again, you don't wanna be in there very long. You want it to happen quick. So get you some high heat gloves, a few towels to put around it, turn it, whatever you're gonna use, get it. I've got some new gloves here. I'll show you. I got these sent in to me. I had 2 pairs. I got the one size fits most, and I got the extra larges. Anyway, silicone based glove, but they also, as you can see, they're also lined. So I like that. I've got some silicone gloves, but I don't have any lined ones, but they're gonna work pretty good. They, I waited to get these. Had a company offer to give them to me, but their XLs weren't in yet. And I'm glad because I can wear the XL, just barely. If they were any, if these gloves were any smaller, no way I could get them on. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I wear a size 14 ring. So one hand's a 14, one hand's a 15. So I got some great big hands. My son John, you know, he's tall and slim. Some of y'all seen him. The XLs work great for him. They're just perfect. We got a one size fits most and an XL thinking he could wear these. Really, these are gonna go to his mom. I think the big ones only come in black. The smaller ones you can get red, blue, or black. But anyways, I'm gonna put a link down below so y'all can take a look at these gloves. They're nice. They come in, one thing I like is they come in a little resealable bag. So you can open them up, take them out. If you wanna wash them and put them back in the bag, you can. And they throw in just a little silicone basting brush. Now, it's a small one, baste some chicken breast, something like that. Shrimp, you're not gonna be basting a, let's say a prime rib roast with that. But anyways, nice little basting brush they throw in there with it. But I think these are like 23 bucks or something. I'll put a link down below so y'all can go take a look at them and see if it's something you like. But there you go. Some nice gloves from SBDW. Gloves are on, lids off. First 15 minutes. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm going quarter of a turn. Lids back on. There we go. 15 minutes, we'll rotate her again. 1 hour into this cook. Let's see if we can get the lid off. That pork butt is starting to get a nice color to it. Going 15 degrees, or going 45 degrees there. Made the spin. Lid back on. There you have it. We're 1 hour in. We're getting nice color to it. I think at an hour and a half I'm gonna wrap because it's starting to look pretty mahogany right now. But we'll go another 15 minutes, get her spin one more time. Hour and a half into this cook, get my gloves on. We're gonna get this out and wrap it. Last time I looked at it 15 minutes ago, it had some nice bark, had some nice color. Time to wrap. There we go, that is a pretty looking butt. Get the lid back on here. I'm gonna shut down some of the heat. We're gonna try to get this thing down to 300, a little bit below. Then once it's wrapped, we'll get it back on here. See what we can do here. I'm gonna make a boat. I'm gonna drop some liquid down in here. So I want to get it where it can hold that liquid. It's got some pure apple juice. Whatever you like to put in with yours, Dr. Pepper works great. I do like Dr. Pepper. We use it for a lot of times for injecting our pork butts. And I'm gonna have a link probably to my other pork butt video, which is just a regular cooking of a pork butt, but it does show us using Dr. Pepper in there. That one's wrapped. There we go. Nice and tight. Got the temperature going. We're just below 300 degrees, so I figure 2.5, 3 hours. We're gonna have some pulled pork. Stick around. Got this pork butt sitting here, and all I'm gonna do is just open it up and burp it. And when I say burp it, what I mean is we're gonna open it up and just let some of the initial steam out. That's good. I'm gonna just loosely wrap it now. Kind of let that initial heat and steam out. It's gonna help it start cooling. Now this pork butt, it's been resting about an hour, and so we're gonna get it unwrapped. Got my buddy Leroy here. Him and I went to college. I'm not gonna say how many years ago. 1980. He's a little older than I am though. But anyways, we got to be friends when we were at Howard Payne, and he's out tonight for my birthday party. So I told him I'd feed him good if he'd come to the party.
That'll be worth it.
You can look at that, and that is a beautiful, beautiful butt. I'm gonna take this out. Let me get my gloves again. It's not real hot, but it's still pretty warm. So I'll use my gloves and tear it apart with my gloves. But we're gonna see how this thing goes. Try to look at this right here.
That sure is appealing to the eye.
Turn this way. Look at this. Right there.
Amazing.
When that pulls out clean, you got your pretty good cooked butt. Anyways, I'm gonna pick that up. And here's our butt. And let's see if it pulls. Here you go. Pull test. Look at this. What do you think?
Wow. That thing looks really tender.
And I bet you that Harry Sue's rub along with the War Pig. You want to try some?
Oh, I got to.
How is it?
Man, that flavor really came through.
This thing cooked in less than 4.5 hours. 4 hours and 15 minutes. And just look here.
Really tender.
And it's not mushy. It's still firm. But we took it up about that 203 to 207 is what it was probing. Look at that.
So moist.
Oh yeah, and this was not injected. It wasn't brined, wasn't injected, anything like that. This is just a good cooked pork butt, and we're gonna sauce this up before we take it in to the girls, and we're gonna use some FUBAR from warpigbarbecue.com. I'll put a link for War Pig down there. They got some great products. So you Texas people, now you can find them in HEBs. I don't know if you've seen it, but the ham grenade that I used on here to the rub, along with the Harry Sue's, you get ham grenade there, you get the FUBAR, you can get the snafu, and you can get the FUBAR habanero wash. I'm just gonna pour some FUBAR across the top, and this butt's still hot enough that you could put a hot sauce on it so you don't cool your meat off, but this was still pretty warm. And one thing I like to do is give me the ham grenade. I'm just gonna put a light dusting of hand grenade on it. Get a little bit more of that little extra flavor in with it. Gloves back on. Leroy is a connoisseur of barbecue, and he loves my cooking.
It's the best.
His wife a while ago seems like, you're around all the time, all I hear is your voice, because he watches the channel so much. She getting used to hear, she thinks I'm in the house.
Well, when it's midnight and I'm hungry, I'm watching Johnny's channel, and what am I supposed to do? I gotta go raid the fridge.
There you go. There you go, try it with the FUBAR on it.
Yes, sir.
So let's recap what we did again. We got our pork butt out, patted it dry, put a mustard slather on it, Harry Sue's on the bottom, ham grenade up on top. We got it on that 400 degree ugly drum smoker, and we rotated it every 15 minutes. Did that for 90 minutes, went an hour and a half. Pulled it out, it was pushing 150 degrees, but the color was right, the texture was right, so I went ahead and wrapped it with a little bit of apple juice in there. We let that go about another 3 hours. So we cooked this thing a total of 4 hours and 15 minutes at 400, and then when we pulled it off and wrapped it, we lowered it down to 300. And we finished it off at 300 degrees, so it went 4 hours and 15, 4 hours and 20 minutes. And as you can see, its texture's great. There you go. We gotta get another bite, but everything came out good. The seasonings were fantastic. This FUBAR sauce on it, I think the girls are gonna enjoy that too. But
after we eat this, we gotta go to church and get straightened out. It's so good, make you feel guilty.
there you go. That's what you gotta do, man. But a great pork butt, hot and fast. First time I did a hot and fast on a pork butt. I've done them on briskets, first pork butt ever. Turned out fantastic. Nothing wrong with it at all. And we really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, make sure you give me that thumbs up. Make sure you share this video. Tell your friends and family about us. Let them know what's going on Texas style cuisine. And we're going to see y'all down the road. Bye, everybody.